Hello friends, this is my another video based on returnable transport packaging or RTP. And we all know that whenever we receive any kind of materials which require containers or pallets, that time RTP comes into the picture. Like I am giving one example, like in our industry, we require oxygen. So oxygen, it's not possible to receive the oxygen without oxygen cylinder. So when we consume the oxygen, after immediately we have to return the empty oxygen cylinder. So when this type of scenarios we have to face, so then RTP comes into the picture. So today I will discuss related to the RTP's transaction in our SAP S4HANA public cloud, because when we will go for any implementation project, and if they are using this kind of scenarios, so you must be shown into this process into the S4HANA public cloud at the time of fit to standard workshop. So today I will show you how this kind of scenarios are into the S4HANA public cloud. Let's start. So returnable transport packaging, that is nothing but kind of examples which I have already told you, that empty cylinders. So when we receive the RTP, that is in our when we receive the RTP in our premises, so it's stored into the special stock. In our system, in our SAP system, if we want to create any type of material which is RTP, then it will comes into the LEIH material type, which is nothing but returnable packaging material. Here I am showing one gas cylinder. This is the LPG gas cylinder, which contain approximately 450 kilogram of LPG gas. And when we completed the consumption of the LPG gas, so we need to return these empty cylinder to the supplier. Similarly, when any store receives the cold drink bottles, so the cold drink companies will provide the cold drink bottles into this kind of crates. So after the consumption of the cold drinks, again these kind of crates need to return to the companies. That means cold drinks providers. So these kind of scenarios, today I will show you one scenario in our SAP S4HANA public cloud, which is based on the LPG gas. So in our today's session, I will create one material as LPG gas and another material which is created into the LEIH material type, which is returnable transport packaging material. And here I am using the empty cylinder. So let's see how. This is my public cloud screen, and this is the starter system. Whenever you go into any implementation project, initially they will provide one starter system. This is kind of a system where all the work structures and all the materials and suppliers, which is already provided by the SAP standard system. This is nothing but a starter. That means you can show the client how the purchase order has been created, how to create the purchase requisition, and all the process we can show them at the time of fit to standard analysis or fit to standard workshop. So this is nothing but a starter system into which I have already created two materials, like one is LPG gas and another is LPG empty cylinder. So into this screen, if we want to see the list of materials, that means whenever we use the on-premise system, that means ECC or S4HANA, we we use the MM60 transaction code. But into this S4HANA public cloud, this MM60 transaction code is not available. So we have to use one application which is product list. If we want to use this product list, it has no T code available. Actually, for some transaction we can use T code, and for transaction we only use to application name. For list of materials, we have to use product list, in which I can show you the empty cylinder which I have created. This is my empty cylinder 263, and another material I have created for LPG gas, which is 343. These two material uh, I have already these two material I have already note down into this notepad. That means my empty cylinder, which is 263, and my LPG gas, which is 343. Okay. So now, after create these two material, now we will start our transaction. Like if we create a purchase order with LPG gas, so we have to go for the AB21N, which is nothing but a create purchase order. Here, as of now, I am just using the standard PO type or PO document type. Here I am using one supplier, and here I am you creating this purchase order with this material because we required 343 material. That means this is nothing but LPG gas. How much quantity? Suppose we are using 900 quantity of LPG gas. As I told you in the presentation example, that into one cylinder it contains approximately 450 kilograms of LPG gas. So we currently we are using 900 kilograms of LPG gas. That means two cylinder we require. Suppose the price of LPG gas per kilogram is 80 rupees, and we want this LPG gas into our plant. And so we put the plant and storage location here. Here you can see the confirmation tab, which showing the 0004. That means inbound delivery. As of now, I don't require any inbound delivery, so I'm just keep this fill the blank. So nothing. I will put it here. Just click on the save button, and we have created one purchase order. So my purchase order number 45350. Okay. Now suppose after creating the purchase order, supplier will provide us the LPG gas. So it will so we need to receive the LPG gas into the Migo transaction post goods receipt. Here I will goods receipt against the purchase order. We have already copied the purchase order number here. Just put it here. But here we receive the LPG gas, but it is not possible without the container, that is cylinder. So that's why we are using the transport equipment. This button is nothing but transport equipment. Here, if we click, so system asks about the container. That means the empty cylinder. We need to provide all the information of the empty cylinder, like material type, which is 263, and the quantity. So for 900 kilogram, we require two cylinder. So I am just put two here, and in which location we require. So 1810 and 181A. If we want to see want to check the stock of the empty cylinder, so just click on this stock overview. So here you can see 263, that means empty LPG cylinder, currently no stock available. Just click on the back. and currently we are receiving LPG gas with cylinder. So here again we have to provide some information regarding supplier or vendor. I'm providing the supplier code here and click on the item OK and click on the check button. No issue found. Just click on the post. So here you can see the material document number has been generated. So if we want to see the accounting entry for this material document number, so we can see the document, the accounting entry is as usual BS6 debit to GRI or clearing account credit. So if we want to see the transaction code here, so we go for the transaction and here you can see BS6 debit to WX credit. Okay. Now, if we want to check the number of cylinders we received, so go for the another screen. I am going to another screen by using this logo and here the same transaction code is available into the S4HANA public cloud, which is MMB. Usually we are using this T code in our on-premise system to check the stock. So display stock overview here. 263 is my material code, which is for using for LPG cylinder, empty cylinder. So here you can see the stock is comes into the RT packaging section. That means it is comes into the returnable transport packaging material section. And this is a special stock which is comes into the 501M movement type we are using. So suppose now we have consumed the LPG gas and now we want to return the empty cylinder to the supplier again. So go for the MIGO transaction, and we need to select the post goods movement. Click on the goods receipt against other and the movement type would be 502M. So here put some information which material we want to return. So again 263 material we need to provide here and how much quantity we want to return. This is two quantity to which partner. So again put the same supplier name. So click on check button, enter plant. Sorry, I need to provide plant and storage location. Now click on check. Sorry, I do some mistake. Post goods receipt, goods receipt again other. Put the material code which is 263, quantity 2, plant 1810, storage location. To whom we want to send this empty cylinder. So provide the material, the vendor number or supplier number. Click on item OK. Click on check button. Just post. So when the empty cylinder we have returned to the supplier, so if we want to check the material document number or if we want to check the accounting entry, so you can see there have no subsequent document found for this accounting. So this is all about the process of the returnable transport packaging, and this will be very helpful video for your implementation project or your step fit to standard analysis or fit to standard workshop in your public cloud implementation project. So I hope this video will help you in your project. So kindly subscribe my channel and thank you so much.